Supplemental math videos from Circle Christian School. Trig ratios, the measurement of a right triangle. Trigonometry. Have one side, one non-special angle. Trig it. This is what we do when we have to find the height of a tree. Remember to always have your calculator in degree mode. Okay, let's look at your basic trig ratios. Now, remembering that the funny little O with the frown in it is theta. It's our target angle. Basically, all these particular angle here. So, first we always make a target, and then the next thing we do is we identify where the hypotenuse is, where the opposite side is, and where the adjacent side is. The opposite side is always across from theta, that funny little O with the frown in it, and the adjacent side is always hooked to the angle. Adjacent A, angle A. Maybe that helps. All right, our trig ratio for sine is O over H, which is the opposite side over the hypotenuse. Cosine theta is the adjacent side, A over H. So adjacent over the hypotenuse. And tan is the opposite side, O over A, over the adjacent side. Now there's a couple mnemonics to help you remember the order of everything here. Adjacent. Trying to remember how to spell adjacent. And basically what you have is OH, AH, OA. And I'm going to pick the trig one. Sa, ka, toa. Totally goes with the buttons. Now the reciprocals, trig, the other 6, would be just what it says, the reciprocal. Cosecant is the reciprocal of sine, so it'd be H over O. Secant is the reciprocal of cosine, which is H over A. And cotangent is the opposite of tangent, so it'd be A over O. And I'm just going to spell this out. Cosecant, secant, or some people say secant, and cotangent. The reciprocal thing is going to mean more when you get up a little bit into the pre-calculus. The important thing here is to remember to always set your triangle up using the trig hand of life. Each figure is totally a step in how you're going to use the trig, with the 4th and 5th finger being how you're going to use the trig. Remember to always make a target. That's the first thing you do. The target angle, the theta angle, the angle that you're going to deal with. Next, identify your hypotenuse, your opposite, your adjacent, your HOA. Then you're going to pick your trig. Do you want to use sine, cosine, tangent? Now we're ready to use the math. This is to find a side measurement. Anytime you're looking for a side measurement, that if the x, or what you don't know, is in the numerator, you are going to multiply the number by the trig. If the x, the unknown, is in the denominator, you're going to take the number and divide by the trig. Sometimes we have the sides, but we don't have the degree of the angles. So anytime that you're looking for the degree of the angle, this is when you're going to use the second key. That's your shift key, second key, and then the trig. Whether it's going to be sine, cosine, or tangent, whatever you had done, which is going to do that -1. It's going to do the reciprocal. It's the little inversey thing. Well, it's not the reciprocal, it's the inversey thing. Let's find the 6 trig ratios for a triangle that has 2 sides. One of them's a 3 and the other's a 5. Now you remember, as long as we have 2 sides, we can always go find the third side by Pythagorean it. And since we have a 5 on the hypotenuse and a 3 on the leg, we know we have acute 3, 4, 5. Decide what your target's going to be. Sometimes they'll tell you what angle you're looking for, because maybe there's an X, or maybe it's going to have a letter there. For instance, this is R, the 90 degree is S, and this is T, and they'll say find the trig ratios from angle R. So that means that's going to be my target, angle R. Okay, so after we set up, you have to do the next important thing, and that is identify. The hypotenuse is always the easy one to find. He's across from the 90 degrees. Opposite, across the target angle, or opposite it, and then the adjacent is hooked to it, right next to it. So now you have your H and your O and your A. Remembering that sine is O over H, our trig ratio would be 4 over 5. Cosine is A over H, so it would be 3 over 5. And tangent is the opposite over the adjacent, so it'd be 4 over 3. And you can always use a calculator to go and find what the measurement is. That 4 over 5 is the same as 0.8, 3 over 5, 0.6, and 4 over 3 is 1.33333, so if we round it off, it's 1.3. And then, of course, we can do the cosecant, secant, and the cotangent. They're just going to be reciprocals, the little flippy thing. So we have 5 over 4, 5 over 3, and 3 over 4. And to get the decimal here, it would be 1.25. 3 into 5 would be 1 2/3, so 6, 7. And 3/4 is 0.75. And you can just use your calculator for that. Big thing, target, identify.